Good morning, good morning. Dr. Gary here on the road. We are dental practice brokers nationwide. We sell dental practices. So let's go over today's issue. It is entitled, Before a Dental Practice Sale, Buyer Overreacts to Equipment Inspection Report. This happens often, and we're going to talk about this. So anyway, before we get into that, as you know, we've been dental practice brokers now for 13 years. I was a dentist for 13. We're in 28 states. We have 10 employees, including 2 CPA accountants. We're one of the few dental brokers that has accountants on staff. So we're here to help you. Now, our phone number is 201-663-0935. Our website is dentalpracticeguide.com. And also nationwidedentalpracticebrokers.com. 201-663-0935. It is sunny out. Wow, it's Father's Day, a beautiful day at the beach. Excuse me, I'll put my sunglasses on. Woo, is it sunny out. So, now all the information you're about to hear is for informational purposes only. It is not legal or business advice. So just remember that. If you're also interested in selling to a DSO, corporate dentistry, please give us a call, because we sell to them all the time. We don't work for them, but we provide sellers to them occasionally. And we know a lot what's going on with these DSOs. We know how they go to market, what their problems are financially, who's buying, who's not buying, what they're like to work with post-closing. There's a lot that goes on. I hear things well before it ever hits the press. For example, like a DSO now that their stock went down to zero. 2 other DSOs who had trouble getting funding, which rarely happens. So we're on the inside. When we work with DSOs, generally, they pay our commission, generally. So you as a seller will not have a commission. And when you work with us, oftentimes I can get your legal fees reimbursed upon successful closing. Call us about that. We'll tell you about that program. We'll save you a lot of money, based on criteria, of course. So anyway, what happened now? Again, we always give you late-breaking things. This happened within 24 hours ago. Crazy. So, the buyer is getting a fantastic deal on a practice. It's like a $500,000 practice. And the buyer is getting it well below 45%. Only because the seller just wants out, the lease is coming to an end, and the seller has another practice. So, he just wants this cheap, wants to unload it, and doesn't want to deal with it anymore. So the buyer is all set. We got a letter of intent. Buyer has an attorney, seller has an attorney, both non-dental, unfortunately, but we'll do the best we can with it. The buyer gets an equipment inspection report. He brings a dental guy in, repair guy, contractor, whatever. And they start telling them everything wrong with the office. Now, mind you, a day before, the seller was seeing patients. In and out. You have full schedule. Well, I know you can find faults with an office, but if he's seeing patients and you're getting it at an incredible discount, I guess, some corrections can be made in the office. But it's like, this buyer totally overreact. One of the issues was the overhead lighting. He had a problem with the overhead lighting, with the way the lights, the shadows were cast on the overhead lighting. He says he can't work because he works over the patient, matching the shade. The lighting won't match. I'm like, are you kidding me? Because there's shadow from the light above because it's an older fluorescent light. I said, give me a break. He said, well, they should all be LEDs. I said, well, you could change to LEDs, but the other doctor's making money here. and he saw a full day of patients yesterday. How is it that he can make money and suddenly you can't? Suddenly you can't make money. Because you must realize what it costs nowadays is astronomical. All right? It's at least $200 a square foot minimum. Most of the deals are coming in $250, $275. To build a simple office, $300,000 to $500,000 easy. Take you several months. This office is up and running. All the walls are in, all the plumbing is in, all the electricity is in, everything is in. Oh, another thing is he's looking at the circuit breaker and says this is not the right size circuit breaker. Well, the doctor's been there for 18 years, the seller, and suddenly now the circuit breaker has to be updated, the service. Okay, if you want to do that, maybe bring it up to code. I understand that. But all practices are going to have something wrong with it. And this, by buying something less than 45% of gross, it's like, what do you want? You got the doctor made money there yesterday. You can make money. But no. You're all upset about the circuit breaker. You're all upset about the lighting above the patient's head. What you're doing, and I've done these tapes before, and they'll do it again, but this is classical. Buyers losing sleep over this. You know, you've got to get away from that concept that you're walking into a beautiful, state-of-the-art office. Most offices aren't that way. This is not that clean, slick, minimalist look, that hotel room. It's just not that. It's just not the same. It's just different. You've got to get out there. You've got to check everything out and see what other things are available. There aren't that many offices which are brand new, walk-in condition. They're just not like that. We do get them occasionally. All right? And they're going to get top dollar. You're not going to get it for less than 45 cents on the dollar. It's just not going to happen. Okay? So what you've got to do is figure out that if these problems are so serious, okay, let's negotiate. Because we're supposed to be going to closing very soon. Let's negotiate. Maybe we could work out something. Possibly we'll take a little something off the asking price. But at the same time, if the office is functional, I don't think this should be something coming off the asking price. All right. Great talking to you guys. We got calls coming in. It's Sunday. Thank you. Bye.